back to We Watched the Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and we are Groot. Ugh.
Everybody's a Groot.
I don't know why.
I think when
It's disgusting.
that's familiar.
Yes. My days in Richmond.
Everybody has those days.
This is a spoiler review. So if you haven't seen the movie, don't fucking watch it. Stop ruining shit for yourself, Greg.
God, sometimes you gotta wait.
God damn it, Greg.
God, I'm so fucking
ruins
sick of
everything. Shit.
So, the spoiler review of Guardians. Well, guess what? Kurt Russell comes out to be Wyatt Earp again.
Go ahead, skin that smoke wagon.
Fuck it. Damn right you're scared. I can see it in your eyes. But yeah, the bad guy, the big baddie, is Kurt Russell. He ultimately is revealed to be the bad guy. He gave his fucking girl brain cancer, for fuck's sake. God,
Oh man,
mean ass motherfucker.
That seed, man. Because Kurt Russell was badass. He was cool. He was that dad. It wasn't his fault he wasn't there. Yeah. But then all of a sudden he's like, I gave your mama tumor.
I know, but you know the funny thing is, he's Ego the Living Planet. That's really what he is. I mean, I think everybody knew that. But he
it's also a good name for your dick if you're in the market.
Yeah, you really got to have an ego for that. It's like, you know, they call my dick the Living Planet. They're like, yeah, it's not that big.
They call it Ego.
It's more like the island on a little planet.
Forgot about Ego, the planet of evil. Try to Battlestar Lord? That's not legal. Ow!
Well, I guess we're gonna have to.
So, jam!
If I was you and you were me. Anyway, that was Ghostbusters 2.
This felt a lot like Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah, well, I think we're going to get some hate for that. Because apparently people hate fucking Ghostbusters 2. I don't understand that.
I love it!
But we're not getting into that today. But Kurt Russell is the bad guy. And when I mentioned earlier that in the non-spoiler review that when they make he's the main bad. But it's like he's not as... Not that he's not badass, he's a celestial, and that is like galactically threatening, especially what his master plan is.
Like my deal.
But it's like it's just not as intimidating as Ronan, like to me. I mean, I guess because Ronan also it was the Infinity Stone, and there was Thanos in it, and it just felt more of a threat.
And again, we'll catch shit for that because most people don't like Ronan, but we happen to be of the mind that Lee Pace was underrated as shit.
Even if you don't like Ronan, I mean, the fact that they had Thanos in it too, I mean, it just felt more.
He was
just
a full-blooded bad guy. Kurt Russell was so fucking charismatic, he makes you like him. So
I want him to be my dad. Yeah. I wouldn't care.
Take me to the fucking Dairy Queen forest and show me your plants.
If he had said, "Look, I gave your mom a brain tumor, but you're still a god, and I want you to be at my side," like, I mean, you really pissed me off, Kurt, but. Okay, it's like, but yeah, that doesn't sit well with Peter Quill, and he does fuck him up. Like that's a pretty cool fight scene, man. Actually, like when Peter Quill realizes he's got the power, that song comes on. It's like when
he starts blasting away.
Yeah, man, like he's got all sorts of superpowers. That's cool. And what else happened? Well, that's really it. I mean, other than Yondu dies, which does suck. That was actually a pretty bad. That was shitty scene. I hated that to see him die because. Once Yondu gets more introduced to the team, he's perfect fit. Like he's perfect. The way that he bounces off everybody.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
He's like, no. That's what. Yeah, because Chris, he's like, you look like Mary Poppins, and Yondu's like, is he badass?
Is he cool?
He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm Mary Poppins. It was great.
It's the funnier of the two movies to me. Yeah, I mean, Guardians is better than this one, but this one's funnier. I think
it's got some really, really funny parts in it, and yeah, he dies, and that was sad. And especially, they do show, I guess, Yondu and Raccoon, they have their moment. Like, you know, he's like, I know who you are. You're hiding yourself. Again, that was what I was talking about. They focused a lot on that. I didn't really need to know the inner workings of Rocket Raccoon because I already knew Rocket Raccoon is a good guy. It just felt like, sometimes it felt like they would go off the track a little bit too much and focus on certain characters longer than they should have. And I think that came out with, we talked about that a little bit, that it was a little long. I mean, it's not like it was terribly long, but it was a little long in certain parts.
It did feel a little bit long, and that's the only bad thing I can say about this movie. Like, I love this movie. It's funny. It's fun as shit.
I want to see it again.
But the only problem is that it does, like, the first part of the movie, there's no plot really, and it's just them doing shit, and that was my favorite.
I like that. Sometimes you just want to go outside and fly a kite in a thunderstorm.
Yeah, once they became burdened with having to have something important happen with Yondu and all this stuff, and the plot, it was good, but it just, to me, what was happening before that was better, and the film just has so much going on, it sort of loses focus, but that's a tiny complaint for a fucking fun movie.
It's a nitpicky thing at the most, and the thing is, if you liked Guardians 1, you're going to like this, I guarantee it. And it's not like you're going to go and be disappointed.
Warehouse.
I mean, I don't think that anybody really would go and be disappointed in this movie unless you were expecting some spectacle that was going to blow you away like the first one did, and it's just not going to happen. I mean, I don't really know anybody would think that. I mean, there are critics out there that are salty in the butt that are going to go in there and say, well, they didn't do what they did in the first one, and it's just a waste of time. I was like, well, then don't go see it.
Yeah, the only thing, we put this movie in a nutshell, it's not as good as the first one, didn't expect it to be, but it's still better than 99% of the shit you're going to see this year. It's still a fucking awesome movie. So there are some spoilers and stuff that goes on. This isn't a very far-reaching Marvel movie. It kind of keeps it contained, which, like, we talked about that. I like that.
Well, and I also think it was, again, the focus really was on family dynamics and team building in this one more than even the first one was, about relationships and then how they all interact with each other. Because you got Nebula that comes back in, and her and Gamora have this moment where she's like, "You're always going to be my sister," and there's this whole thing about that. And
I
then
don't
there's
care
Peter
about
Quill.
Nebula.
But it really is. But it's all about like, I love you, man. I love you. It was like I love you, man movie. Yeah. But it was good. I mean, it was good. You know, you just want to sit back with your friends, have a Bud Light, and maybe talk about emotional things. But
Drax steals the show, man.
again, every time he's on screen.
He's
every
fucking
time.
hilarious in this movie. There are some spoilers though, like the gold people when they get there at first.
Yeah.
I love that. I
thought that the main gold chick was Paris Hilton. I really did.
Dude, she was hot, man.
Hot as
oh
fuck.
my god, when Star Lord's flirting with her or whatever, I'm like, man, I
wanted the archaic.
I dipped my finger in that gold pond.
Gold. I like gold.
My skin's flaky. But
Tasty at the Sunshine Band. The fucking David Hasselhoff shows up for a second because the whole joke was that Star-Lord's like, I always wanted David Hasselhoff to be my dad, and he's like, I went around telling people that my dad was like in a cool car that talked to people and stuff. And when Kurt Russell's like getting pissed at him, he's like, I try to take a form that would make you more comfortable, and then he transforms into David Hasselhoff. And for a second, it's like David Hasselhoff is on the big screen again. It was fucking crazy to see that, but. Yeah, now speaking of the spoilers,
yeah,
I think that the first one, this is a really big one, I thought. I mean, it's not like huge overreaching, but it will be. They show up the gold people, and I didn't even think about that. The gold people, they show a pod, and they're creating this new engineer, because they're an engineered race, that's going to be super powered and beyond what they are, and it's fucking Warlock. It's Adam Warlock, and I was like, oh my god, and I forgot the gold skin and all that stuff. And he's a huge part of Infinity Gauntlet, so... Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing he'll be in Infinity War.
I heard someone say that he's actually not going to be in Infinity War, but he's going to be the main villain of Guardians 3. I
could see that because he does. I think he comes to Magus, and that's what I think it's the Magus or some shit before he's Warlock. But it's weird because in the Infinity Gauntlet, him and Silver Surfer and Doctor Strange are really the three that put it all together to get the Gauntlet. So I mean, to get it away from Thanos. So and then Adam Warlock gets the Soul Gem. So I don't know. I thought maybe they would show him up as far as a good guy that maybe turns bad. Yeah. At least in Infinity War Part 2.
Yeah, that was really the biggest far-reaching thing. They do show
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck makes a couple more appearances in this, but they show I can't think of the guy's name, man. Why can't I think of his name? The dude that's the Ravager with the mohawk, he actually takes over the whistle, the whistle arrow for a second, and he stabs it into Drax, which is fucking hilarious. But that could lead to something. I don't know if he's going to be more to do with the other movies. They were hinting that maybe he's in Infinity War.
They remind me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Like like the Jack Sparrow's crew.
Yeah, or the Emilio Estevez crew from Judgment Night.
I was gonna say, I think it said Mighty Ducks.
Flying V. And then the other big after credit scene is that there's like basically a new set of Ravagers, because Sylvester Stallone, who's badass in this, he's actually the character Starhawk, who's a guy who travels through time. He's lived his own life several times, all this shit.
Sly is still so fucking huge, dude. God,
he looks fucking great, man.
Steroids are great.
It would have been great. I kept thinking it would have been amazing if they went Deadpool level fourth wall, and all of a sudden he was like, I am the law! At some point, that would have been fucking hilarious.
He looks at...
he was good, man.
I know, but he does... every time I see him, I'm sorry, I love Sylvester Stallone and everything he does, but it's like, he's always going to be Rocky to me. And when he walks up to when he's walking up and talking to Yondu, I just want to be like, you knocked him down. I'm trying to knock me down. I was like, oh my God. But he was so fucking huge, and it was mind bending to me, the fact that Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone were in a movie again
Tango
together.
and Cash.
Again, it was so fucking crazy. But yeah, that was cool. And then they show scenes, another one where they're all dancing when the credits are rolling, and you see the what's his name from? He's gonna be in Ragnarok.
Thor.
No, he doesn't. No, you don't see Thor. What's his name? Jeff Goldblum. You see Jeff Goldblum as what are you doing? Are you looking for a ghostly dick to come in your mouth? But you're like, I'll catch it. But yeah, they show Jeff Goldblum, and they're all dancing, and Jeff Goldblum's there.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because, if you look when Thor, in the trailer, it goes to that planet, it looks like a Guardians when they shoot him with that shit and catch him in the net. So, and then Jeff Goldblum's there as like the, whatever he is, like the announcer. So maybe there's some tie with Guardians in Thor Ragnarok.
Because you saw that trailer. It looked very
and I thought it would be cool, like maybe somebody from Guardians would show up in a cameo in Thor Ragnarok, because it is dealing with the space. But, I mean, they've already said that. I mean, Stephen Strange is going to be in it, so...
Yeah.
They can't afford everything.
Oh, and speaking of Stephen
it's
Strange,
weird that you have such a big mansion and we can only afford 2 X-Men.
speaking of Stephen Strange, there's another post-credit scene where
Another one?
I was
Wow,
talking
I'm bored.
about how Starhawk, Sylvester Stallone, and the crew show up for Yondu's funeral,
Yeah.
and that dude's like, yeah, he gets so excited. But they show up for his funeral, and then you see fucking Michael Clark. No, not
Michael Clark Duncan?
No, he's dead.
He is dead.
He's dead. They're all dead.
Yeah, you tell him that a blind man from Hell's Kitchen beat you.
Fuck.
was
What's
very-
not Forrest Whitaker? Who am I thinking of, man?
I know you're talking about, the big black guy.
Yeah.
Terrence Whitaker. No, I don't know. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Fuck.
I enjoyed that sick beat.
Fuck.
Well, anyways, I can't. My brain's not working right now. It's too early in the goddamn morning.
I was up here. God damn it!
But he shows up. I love
need
the
to-
guy,
we need
and
to know
I
that
cannot
guy.
think of who the fuck he is.
Don't you have a phone?
I just want to bear hug. Ving Rhames, motherfucker.
Big rain.
Mission Impossible. Can you get in? I think so.
Fuck y'all.
Ving Rhames.
God, he got old.
Yeah, he did, but he's in there. One of the people's voiced actually by Miley Cyrus, but they create like out of honor of Yondu, they create a new Ravager. They're like, let's go steal some shit. They create their own little Ravager crew, and one of those, the little red dude, he has like ties in with Stephen Strange. I can't think of his name. My brain is not fucking.
I don't know.
working today,
I don't know much about Doctor Strange.
I can't wait for the comments. Have you ever read a fucking comic book?
I'm sorry, I was too busy looking at vagina, but I did read them a long time ago. But I never really read much about Stephen Strange. I don't know. You know, if you guys know who that is, like, just let us know.
YouTube's a fickle bitch. You can't know every goddamn thing in every fucking comic book of all
Somebody-
fucking time.
Somebody would tell you, it's like, well, if you're gonna do a video, do your fucking research, you loser.
I can't. I ain't got no internet.
Sometimes the internet, you just guess.
No, but seriously, that's one scene, and then again with the fucking Stan Lee cameos, I'm gonna go on a little bit. Just let me rant. Just let me get inside of it for 1 second.
Go away.
Bang, bang, bang the drum. Here's the thing. They do 2 Stan Lee cameos in this one, and you were talking about there's a rumor that he's one of the Watchers, and then they show him sitting with the Watchers, and he's like, "Come on, guys, I got more stories to tell," and it's whatever. Here's where I'm at with this. I think that this should be the last time they do this, and I know that they're gonna do it for if they have to do it up through Infinity War, that's fine. But after that, stop it. Like the Marvel formula is fun, and I like it, and the fucking Nick Fury showing up to recruit people into the movies, it was a blasty blast at first, but we're getting to this point now where it's like we have to do these end credit scenes, and we have to add ties into other movies, and we have to have Stan Lee cameos. The Stan Lee cameo in fucking the last movie we saw where he was on the fucking bus was a goddamn joke. It was
I forget
terrible.
what that was.
Yeah, it's so forgettable. But like after Infinity War, can we just stop and go into something new? Let's do something new and fresh with Marvel.
I'm on board a little bit with you. My foot's a little bit on the boat, and I'm not, but I might not.
It's
go.
hard to say goodbye, Steven,
I'm
but it's
not
time.
saying goodbye yet.
This shit's gonna get
the
tired,
Boyz II Men
man.
soundtrack's not even on yet. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm kind of on the fence about it because I do understand why they're doing it with Stan Lee as far as having him in cameos because it's just out of respect. I mean, he is the one that's helped this thing, but Kevin Feige is really the guy that's put it all together and planned it all the way out. But are they going to keep doing this kind of in-credit stuff? I kind of like it because it's like a continuous comic book. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. Sometimes you just want to go see a comic movie without any ties to something else. But I don't know. I'm kind of if they do something beyond. Are you saying that you're pissed off that Stan Lee is still being cameoed, or
No,
are you just
I'm
pissed
not-
off
and
about the in credits?
I'm not pissed off at it, and I'm not necessarily saying to stop doing in credit scenes, but like at this point, it's just like it was fresh, and now it's like expected, and it ties in with superhero fatigue, which I'm not superhero fatigue, but I'm saying at some point the world's gonna be.
So you're talking about it's suffering from M. Night Shyamalan is.
Yeah, it's just at this point now, like we've done it so
Shyamalan.
many times. If you're gonna do an in credit scene, make it one in credits, which this I get it was a joke, but if you're gonna do in credit scenes, then make them fucking great. Do something really fucking rad with it. I'm not saying these weren't good, and the Stan Lee cameos, yeah, I think they should stop now. It's not funny anymore. I love Stan Lee. Everybody loves Stan Lee. There's a couple of them have been great, and I love these scenes in the first couple phases, and a couple of them have been great since then. But at this point, it's like, can we just? I think it's just reached the point where it's like it's done now. Like we've done it too many fucking times.
Can we put a tape on your mouth and soak up some of that bitch?
Shut up!
No, I know what you're talking about.
I want to be surprised.
You want to get it out there, and I get it. And you know what? It's a valid argument. There are some things, and I think that you're not alone in that. I think a lot of people are coming out and saying the same kind of thing. They're saying that the fact that they're continuously doing this in every single movie, and even DC is having to copy this because it's like, well, if we don't have a hook. Nobody's gonna go see. I mean, I'd go see whatever movie Marvel or DC put out, so I don't need to know if that because it'd be more of a surprise, right? Like if you don't have an end credit scene that's leading into something else, and you're like, holy fuck, I didn't know Captain America was gonna show up in this. But at the same time, I kind of like it. It's part of what it is now. I mean, and I don't mind it. And
I'm just saying,
it's not just the comic movies. I mean, all movies are doing it now. Like Godzilla. I mean, King Kong did it with Godzilla. I mean, everybody has done it.
That's what I'm saying. I think if you're gonna keep doing it, either make them better or just do something fresh, do something new and different that nobody's doing. At least, I mean, it's fine if you want to continue it, but after Infinity War, I think they should really just switch up the style a little bit, stay ahead of the game instead of just relying on that old shit. Because eventually, maybe people are gonna hate on me for this, and I'll take credit for every dislike we get in this video.
That's nice.
Which, because you say anything bad about Marvel, it's like, motherfucker, you dead.
Say it ain't so.
But it's just how I feel, guys. But anyways, on to happier notes.
You're gonna get shanked in the shower.
That's fine.
But yeah, you're right. I know. I kind of agree with you. So. Moving on from that though, overall it looks like it's going to be a cool thing. Like, and the way they set themselves up, if Warlock is supposed to be the main baddie of Volume 3, it's going to be cool. I mean, that's cool. As far as the overreaching plot, I didn't really see much from. All it said really at the very, very last was like Guardians of the Galaxy will return. And everybody knows what they're going to come back in, so that's cool. And that's about it. I mean, like they poke fun at. I think that. They poke fun at it. They poke fun at all those end credits.
Yeah, and I get that they did that here. It's just,
and not to mention the fact the greatest thing happened. I mean, on Earth, David fucking Hasselhoff was doing it. He was dancing and singing.
The David Hasselhoff song is fucking great. The soundtrack to this one doesn't meet the soundtrack from the first one, but the David Hasselhoff track is fucking fantastic.
You don't fuck with the Hoff.
But I love this fucking movie, guys. Again, put it in a nutshell as a whole. It's not as good as the first movie. I didn't expect it to be, but it's still fun as shit. It's still 99% better than 99% of this shit we're gonna see all year long.
I was kind of disappointed. I wasn't disappointed why, and I know why they didn't do it. And I mean, but there's still rumors about it. But I would have thought it'd been really cool. I know Captain Marvel couldn't have shown up in this. I thought maybe there was a possibility of at least mentioning her, or mentioning something about what giving her powers. But other than her. I think a surprise character that if they made him right and if they did a good job, Nova is a fucking awesome character. Richard Rider is one of the coolest characters in Marvel.
And they did the Nova Force.
Yeah, the Nova Force, but Nova is like who Nova is. I know that there's a Nova. They already introduced the Nova Corps in the first one, but having actual Richard Rider that becomes like the main Nova guy, I thought that would have been cool as fuck, but whatever. I mean, I can't get everything I want. Sometimes you gotta wait and get those coupons. Gotta get them coupons and save.
Coops.
You remember when you were a kid and you get the Sears catalog and the toys, and you would open up the thing and you'd be like, I want that, I want that, I want that. Your mom's like, you can't have everything.
I also remember when we used to go to Sam's Club as kids, you would always go back to the tire section.
I love that smell.
You like the way it smelled.
The tires smell good to me.
That's weird.
It was just me. My brother and I would do the same. They just walk and go, I'm taking this.
And that was the second time I got craps. So guys, comment down below. Let us know, what was your favorite spoiler in the movie? What was your favorite tie-in? How do you guys feel about Marvel and credits? What do you think they should do? Or should I just go fuck myself with a balloon in Texas?
That would hurt.
I don't think it's possible.
If you fucked, you could put a fucking balloon up your butt and blow it.
No, let's just stop there. Yeah. Let's just stop there.
Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know why.
I don't want to go into the semantics of balloon butt fucking. We love your fucking faces.
It's somewhat popular in Tijuana.
If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn balloon stuff.
If you gotta ask about it, you can't afford it. Okay, just so you know. Everybody know that.
Everybody know
Jim Jolly. Go behind the stock.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.